All right, so today we're going to look at the immigrant journey, but through a totally different lens. Forget the headlines, forget the policy debates for a second. We're talking about something way older, way more powerful. We're talking about a mythic quest. And this quote right here from a writer named Zoran the Dragon, it just nails it. The whole idea here is that this journey isn't just about moving from point A to point B. It's a full-on transformation, something legendary. So, where does a legend like this even begin? Well, according to the source material we're looking at, every immigrant story starts way, way before anyone packs a single bag or takes their first step away from home. See, it's never really just about a suitcase or a passport. It begins with something internal. It's about a flame. And no, not a literal one. We're talking about this powerful internal fire that just drives the whole journey forward. Okay, so what exactly fuels this flame? What's it made of? Well, it's not just one thing. It's actually a really complex mix of some of the most powerful emotions we have as humans. First up, you've got hope. And this is that deep, gut-level belief that a better, safer future isn't just a dream. It's something you can actually reach out and grab. It's kind of like the one light you have when everything else is dark and unknown. Then there's memory. And we're not just talking about being nostalgic, you know? This is the core stuff. The culture, the family, the very identity that makes you, well, you. It's the foundation of who you are. And we can't ignore this one, fear. The anxiety is real. You've got the journey itself, all the bureaucracy, and that constant nagging worry. What if you're not accepted? What if you're rejected by this new world? And last but definitely not least, love. For so many people, this is the main engine. That powerful, unbreakable connection to family, and that deep, deep need to provide for them, no matter what it takes. So you take all of that, the hope, the memory, the fear, and the love, and you put them together. What do you get? You get this flame, this force of will that is so strong, it's basically unquenchable. It's what pushes people through challenges that most of us can't even imagine. Now, this internal fire, this flame, it powers the external journey. And what's wild is that this journey follows a pattern that, honestly, we all know. We've seen it 1,000 times, even if we don't always spot it. It's the classic hero's journey. Seriously, think about it. The immigrant's journey? It's right up there with the great myths. We're talking Odysseus trying to get home, Moana sailing past the reef, David taking on Goliath. It is the same fundamental story. And the steps are pretty clear, right? First, you leave everything you've ever known. Then you face these huge trials. We're talking borders, tons of paperwork, new languages. Along the way, you find friends, and you find, well, enemies. And in the end, you don't just go back to where you started. You build something completely new, a new sacred home. Here's the thing, though. Unlike the myths we read in books, these real-life hero stories, they often get ignored, or twisted, or just silenced. And when that happens, the fallout is huge, and it lasts for a long, long time. So, what are the real stakes here? What truly happens when these incredible stories of just pure courage and resilience are never told, never heard, and never given the respect they deserve? Well, the impact doesn't just end with the person who made the trip. That silence, it creates this void. And guess what fills it? Fear and exclusion. And those feelings, they start to echo down through the generations. And there's actually a name for this: intergenerational trauma. Basically, it's the inheritance of invisible wounds, the stress of trying to fit in, the pain of what was lost, that feeling of never quite belonging, and all of that gets passed down through a family, often without a single word ever being said about it. Okay, so if silence is the problem, what's the solution? Well, the source material proposes a really powerful one: storytelling. Storytelling becomes this kind of mirror that allows for validation, for connection, and, yeah, for healing. And that brings us to this core concept, the immigrant mirror. This isn't just about telling old stories of what happened way back when. No, it's about using those stories to shed light on right now, to see how those past journeys still shape who we are today, and it gives a whole community a chance to heal, together. That poem from Zoran the Dragon really captures this. The mirror remembers, though others forget. It shows every border, each tear, each regret. The mirror holds onto the truth, you know? All the hard parts, the pain, the struggles that are just easier for people to forget. But it's not just the hard stuff.
It also shows the other side, but also the courage, the songs, and the flame. The mirror says softly, "You're more than your name." It reflects the strength, the culture, that unstoppable flame. It basically looks at a person and says, "You are so much more than a name on a piece of paper. You are a legend."
Now, this isn't just some interesting idea to think about. It's actually a call to action. The source material even calls it a dragon trial, a challenge for you to go out and engage with this mirror for yourself. So how do you do it? Here are 4 steps. 1. Draw your mirror. Really try to visualize your family's journey. 2. Tell a border story. Go ask an elder in your family about their experience. 3. Spot the echo. Take a look at your own life and see how the past shows up. And 4th, share the flame. Do something to honor an immigrant story. Write something, make a video, anything.
And listen, this is so much more than just a family history project. In a world that loves to simplify these narratives or just erase them completely, sharing a story becomes this powerful act of resistance. It's pushing back against the silence itself.
So we'll end with this. It doesn't matter if your family crossed an ocean or just a state line. Every single family has a journey. Every family has a flame. Every family has a legend. So the only question is, what legend does your mirror reflect?